What's up, y'all? Welcome to day 36 of my vlog where I share my thoughts, ideas, and my journey in life with you guys. I hope all you guys are having a blessed day. But for today's topic, what I really wanted to share today, I wanted to talk about not caring about what people think about you. I was watching one of my favorite motivational speakers, David Goggins. If you've never heard of him, go check him out. I actually just posted one of his videos on my Instagram page yesterday, so go check it out. And he was talking about not caring about what people think about you. And for me, I realized early in my life that when I started working on my happiness, when I started working on attracting the right type of love into my life, I realized that when I started working towards my success, I realized for me what was holding me back was I was too focused on what people thought about me and how I live my life. Because before, in the past, I used to be very timid. I used to be very nervous. I didn't like change. I like to stay within my comfort zone. I was always negative when it comes to my self-talk and my mindset. When it comes to being confident of who I am and what I wanted to do for my life. And I was just so afraid. And I realized for myself when I started working towards self-development, when I started working towards personal growth, when I started working towards learning about what truly makes me happy, I realized within that process of falling in love with myself that the reason why I'm so afraid, I realized that it's because I was so worried and I was so focused of what people thought about me. And I was putting so much energy and time into the negativity from other people, from the judgment from other people, from the criticism of other people. And I realized for myself that was holding me back from actually being myself. And I realized that for myself in my own personal growth journey, that I could never be happy if I wasn't myself. I could never attract the right type of relationships, the right type of love into my life if I wasn't myself. I could never do my best work and put in my best effort towards my goals and dreams if I wasn't myself. And I realized growing up as a Polynesian that I was trying to live my life like every other Tongan or Polynesian that I knew in my life. And I tried to replicate myself depending on the people that I saw within my circle, within my environment. But then I realized for myself that the type of person that people wanted me to be wasn't a person that I really wanted to be in order to be happy, in order to be in love, in order to be successful. And I realized for myself that in order for me to progress in my life, in order for me to improve, and in order for me to transform my life and actually just living the life that I really want to live, to be happy, that I just had to be myself. And the only way for me to be myself was I had to stop listening and stop caring about what people thought about me. And that was one of the pivotal moments in my life that's when my life started to change. That's when my life started to progress. That's when my life started to go to the next level. And that's how my mind started to change and started focusing on the things in my life that I really wanted to do that make me happy, and started feeling confident, feeling courageous, and feeling positive about myself, and having the conviction and faith to actually take the first step in doing the things I needed to do. All started when I literally just let go of what people thought about me. And I realized for myself, a lot of people out there, the reason why a lot of people are suffering out there in this world, because a lot of people care too much about what people think about them. And what a lot of people fail to realize, and what I learned in my own journey in life, is that our life is not meant to be like everyone else. Our happiness is not meant to be like everyone else. The love, the relationships that we attract into our life is not meant to be like everyone else. The success, the purpose, what you want to do to be successful, to feel fulfilled for your life, is not meant to be like everyone else. Because a lot of us, when we grow up, we are conditioned that we have to be a certain way, act a certain way, be a certain way, live a certain path. And we have all these expectations from our families, from our friends, from society, from church. And we're living somebody else's life. And we don't really live the life we want to live. We don't really stay honest and be true to ourselves. And that's why so many people are afraid to go outside their comfort zone. And so many people are afraid to take that first step because, they're just so afraid of disappointing the people around them. They're so afraid of making mistakes. They're so afraid of the judgment. And that's what stops a lot of people from being honest with themselves. That's what stops a lot of people from being true to themselves. And that's what stops a lot of people from actually going outside their comfort zone and taking that first step and doing the things that make them happy. And for all you guys out there, I realized for myself that that in order for me to be happy, in order for me to attract the right relationships, to be in love, in order for me to be successful, that I had to live my life the way I wanted to live. My life the way I wanted to be happy, the way I wanted to do, to be comfortable in being myself. So that's something I wanted to share with you guys today. For all you guys out there, that you have to understand that you have the only way for you to be happy, the only way for you to attract the right love and the right relationships into your life, the only way for you to be successful is you have to be yourself. You can't care about what people think about you. And I know it's hard because there are a lot of hateful people out there. There are a lot of negative people out there. There are a lot of people out there that want to see you lose. There are a lot of people out there that want to see you fail. There's a lot of people out there that don't want to see you happy. And that's just the world we live in. And the crazy thing is, a lot of those people are going to be most of the people that's closest to you in your own life, within your own circle, within your own family and friends and community. But you have to realize for yourself that it's not about making mistakes in your life. It's about being true to yourself. For me, that I just realized for myself that when I'm true to myself, when I'm honest with myself, I don't care about making mistakes, because when I make a mistake, but I'm making a mistake being myself. And a lot of people, they're living somebody else's life. A lot of people, they're imitating the life of other people. A lot of people are not being original. And what happens is when you make a mistake not being yourself, when you make a mistake trying to please other people, when you make a mistake when you're living your life because you're so worried and you're so focused on what people think about you, then you're always going to feel the pressure. You're always going to feel the weight of your mistakes when you make it, because you're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for other people, and you're also doing it for the wrong people. And the reason why for me, I find it easy for me to live my life, and the reason why for me that I don't care about making mistakes, because I understand that making mistakes and failing is part of life. That's how we learn. That's how we grow. But we don't want to make too many mistakes. You don't get a lot of progress out of that. But the reason why I'm able to bounce back every single time, because I'm honest with myself, because I'm true. I'm making mistakes in my own life. I'm making mistakes in my own happiness. I'm making mistakes in my own love and the things I want to do to be successful. So I don't care about the repercussions and the consequences when I make these mistakes, because I'm being true to myself. I'm being honest with myself, and I'm actually living my own life that makes me happy. So, and that's the difference between making mistakes when you're living somebody else's life and making mistakes when you're living your own life. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, everybody out there that's listening to this. Part of growth is like you have to spend a lot of time by yourself, and part of growth is doing what makes you happy. So, and the best thing you can do for yourself is you have to stop worrying about what people think about you. You have to stop caring about what people think about you, and understand that it's your life, and understand that your life is not meant to be like everyone else, and understand that what makes you happy may not necessarily make other people happy. And that is absolutely okay, because it's your life. You have to deal with the consequences. You have to deal with your own decisions. You have to deal with the things that you face in your life, and nobody else is going to live your life for you. Nobody else is going to face your challenges for you. Nobody else is going to cry for you when you do face these difficult challenges and encounter a lot of pain and struggle and adversity in your life. That the only person that's gonna feel everything that you're gonna feel in your life is yourself. And that's why it's so important that you live your own life and you be true to yourself. So that way, when you face those challenges and obstacles in your life, because you're facing challenges, obstacles that's in alignment with the life that you want, that makes you happy, those challenges and obstacles aren't going to tear you down because you're honest with yourself, because you're true to yourself. And the reason why a lot of people find it really hard to overcome the adversities and challenges in your life, because most people are not happy. Because most people are living the life of somebody else. Most people live in the life of their parents, of their church, of their family, of society. A lot of people are not honest with themselves. A lot of people are not being who they really want to be in their own life. So a lot of people are living this facade, this fake life, this fake person in front of everybody. But when they go home behind closed doors, they're suffering, they're crying, they're breaking down, and they're lonely, because they're not really being honest of who they are, and they're not being true to themselves. And then in order for you to be happy, in order for you to attract love and the right relationships, in order for you to be successful, you have to be yourself, and you have to be true to yourself. That is the pure essence of happiness. Is you won't start being happy unless you're being yourself. And then once you become yourself, then everything else doesn't matter, because you're focused on your own journey and your own path and what you want to do for your life to be happy. Because when you're not being yourself, when you're not living the life that you want to live, then you're always going to become a victim to the outside influences. You're always going to be a victim to the negative judgment and the criticism and what people think about you and the things you hear what people say. And the truth is, and the harsh reality of the world is, there's a lot of people out there in this world that don't like you. There's a lot of people out there in this world that don't want to see you happy. There's a lot of people out there in the world that want to see you lose. There's a lot of people out there in this world that don't want to see you happy, that want you to suffer. And in some cases, a lot of people out there would want to see you die for whatever reason that they have those reasons for. And that's just the matter of the fact in life, of the life we live in. And that's why you can't worry about what people think about you, because most people, they project their own insecurities to the people around them in their life. Because if everybody was happy, if everybody was really in love with their own relationships, with their own marriages, if everybody was successful and doing the things that make them happy, then nobody in this world will be negative. Nobody in this world will take their time out their day to criticize somebody else. Nobody in this world will take their time out their day to judge somebody else, because they're already living the life they always dreamed about. But if you're not living the life, if you don't live the life that makes you happy, if you're not in the relationship or in the type of marriage that makes you happy, if you're not at a job or at a career or doing the things in your life that makes you happy to be successful, there's going to be a lot of regret and contempt and negativity and broken feelings and negative thoughts. And that's why there's a lot of haters in this world, because they're not happy with their own life. And that's why you can't fall victim, and you can't pay attention, and you can't care about what people think about you, because most people in this world are not living their own life. Most people in this world are not being true to themselves. And a lot of people in this world are not really happy with their own life. And I realized for myself that when I started towards my own journey of growth, my own journey of self-improvement, my own journey to be happy, to be in love, to be successful, I realized that I can't worry about what people think about me. Because a lot of people in this world are not living their own life, and are unhappy and are miserable. And I didn't have the time to add more negativity, add more criticism, add more burdens into my life when I'm going through my own struggles, my own sufferings, and my own burdens. And the only way for me to overcome the things in my life was I had to start being happy with who I am, and I had to start being honest and being true to myself. Because when I started being myself, when I started doing the things I wanted to make me happy, That's when I started to let go of all the things in my life. And that's when all these things that I was holding back, that was holding me back, my insecurities, my doubts, my fears, my negative self-talk, those are the things, the reason why that was holding me back is because I was so worried about what people thought about me. But once I let that go, then I didn't care about my, I wasn't so worried about my past failures. I wasn't so worried about my insecurities, my doubts, because I no longer live my life for the validation of other people. I was living that life for the validation for myself, to prove to myself, to love myself, to be honest to myself, that I can do the things that makes me happy, that I can push myself to the next level, I can excel, I can create a better life, a greater life, and be great in my life. So I wanted to share that message to all you guys out there, that you have to understand, you have to start living your life for yourself. And you have to start being honest and being true to yourself. And the one thing about life, we're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to fail. We're all going to be put in situations with the wrong people that sometimes they end up hurting us. But you have to understand that that's just part of life. You don't have to live a perfect life. You just have to live a life that's true to yourself. And be honest with yourself and be happy with yourself. And I'm telling you guys right now that you can't be happy if you're not yourself. You can't attract the right type of relationships and the right type of love if you're not yourself. If you're not true to yourself, you can't attract and do the things that make you happy, to be successful, to be fulfilled, to be great in your life if you're not truly yourself. And you can't worry and care about what people think about you, because most people in their life are struggling with their own issues. A lot of people in their life are insecure. A lot of people are afraid. A lot of people are negative. A lot of people are critical with themselves. And a lot of people project their own insecurities and doubts and fears onto other people. And understand that if everybody was happy with their own life, with themselves, to love themselves, if everybody was happy with their own personal relationships, with their own marriage, with their own spouses and girlfriends, if everybody was happy with their own job, with their own career, with their own dreams and goals and aspirations, and doing the things that makes them happy to be successful, then they wouldn't find the time to hate on other people. They wouldn't find the time to criticize other people, because they're already happy with their own life. The only reason why a lot of people hate other people, only reason why a lot of people judge other people, the reason why a lot of people criticize a lot of people, because they're just projecting their own insecurities and flaws and mistakes in their own life. And you have to understand, and you have to understand that concept. And that's why you can't care about what people think about you. That's why you have to just focus and worry about yourself. And understand that there's a lot of people in this world that don't want to see you win. There's a lot of people in this world that don't want to see you happy. There's a lot of people in this world that don't want to see you succeed. There's a lot of people in this world that want to see you suffer. There's a lot of people in this world that want to see you die. They don't want you to achieve any kind of greatness. They want you to stay average and mediocre. And that's the reality of the people in the world we live in. And that's why you can't care about what people think about you, because most people are unhappy themselves. So you have to focus on your own life, so that way you can be happy with your own life and be at peace with yourself. And understand that your life is not meant to be like everyone else. Your happiness is not meant to be like everyone else's happiness. The love that you want and you deserve, that you want to attract into your life, is not meant to be like everyone else. The success that you want for your life to be fulfilled, to have something that you're passionate about, to put in your best efforts to achieve for your life, is not meant to be like everyone else. And that's what stops a lot of people from growing. That's what stops a lot of people from improving their own life. That's what stops a lot of people from being happy, is because a lot of people are just so worried and so focused on what people think about them. And a lot of people are living the life of somebody else. A lot of people are living the life of their parents, their families, their friends, of society. And a lot of people are not honest with themselves. So they're living this facade, this mirage of a life of a person, and they're not being themselves. And that's why a lot of people are in pain, and a lot of people in struggle, and a lot of people are suffering with mental health, with depression. Well, a lot of people are miserable, because you can never be happy if you're not yourself and not honest with yourself. You're not true to yourself. You can never be in love if you're not true to yourself. You can never to be successful if you're not true to be yourself, to be who you are, to be the person you're always meant to be. Because if you're always living somebody else's life, being unoriginal, being a copy, being an imitation, and not being original, then that's why you always feel insecure. Because you're not being yourself. That's why you always feel doubt and fear. Because you're not being yourself. That's why you always feel that you don't have what it takes, that you don't have the confidence, the ability to proceed to be successful. And you lack self-worth and self-esteem in your own life, and self-belief that you can become the person you want to be. You can live that life because you are being honest and being true to yourself. All the things that, my goals in my life, what I want to do, the things I'm doing today, spreading love and positivity, making videos, speaking my truth, speaking my motivation, doing my podcast, right? Doing my podcast, and my goals of, of speaking and going to public speaking. These are all things that I always wanted to do, and I find happiness in doing because I'm being true to myself. But I realized for myself that those are things I always wanted to do for my own life, but the reason why it took me a very long time to actually take the first step and actually do the things I wanted to do to be happy, because I was so worried about what people thought about me. And that's why I've only started this process, this journey for my life, 2 years ago. But I should have done this a long time ago, but I was just so afraid. But at the end of the day, that's life. But better late than never. But at least I'm doing it today. I'm happy today. I'm progressing today. I'm improving today. I'm doing the things I've always wanted to do for my life to be happy. And the reason why I'm at this point of my life, because I just stopped worrying about what people thought about me, and the criticism, the hate, the judgment of people, what people say and think about me. I don't care. I don't give a freak. But I don't really care. I don't really focus, because I just understand that a lot of people are not living their own life to be happy. A lot of people are suffering, a lot of people in pain, so that's why they need to find an outlet to make themselves feel better. And that's why a lot of people hate, that's why a lot of people criticize, that's why a lot of people judge. They're projecting their own failures, they're projecting their own insecurities, they're projecting their own disappointments and doubts with their own life to other people. And that's one thing I realized for myself when I started working on my own journey to be happy, when my own journey to self-improve and my own personal growth, to become a better person and the person I've always wanted to be. And I'm trying to live today. Today I'm working on my motivational speaking, to be a speaker, to spread love and positivity in this world. And I started my own podcast to uplift my own Polynesian community, to open the discussion for different topics so people can share their truth, so people can find a way to share their story, so they can inspire and help other people that's going through their own struggles in their own life. And that's why I make content every single day. That's why I just want to be somebody that people look up to. I want to become somebody that can change the world. I want to be somebody that they can break the cycles within my own family and create a different life for myself, and be the first one to do it. So that way I can inspire the whole next generation of people within my own family that's going to come after me. And the only reason I was able to achieve that is because I just stopped caring about what people thought about me. I just stopped caring about and trying to live my life the way everybody else wants me to live their life. I stopped caring about being in the same box and doing the same things like everybody else, trying to compare my life to everybody else, to fit in, to feel accepted, to be part, to feel like to be part of something. And I realized for myself that my own life is meant to be for me. And my own life, my own happiness, my own love, my own success. So I just wanted to share this message with all you guys out there. Don't stop caring about what people think about you. Stop worrying about what people say about you. And just live your own life and live your own truth. And understand that you don't have to live a perfect life. It's not about making mistakes. It's not about how many mistakes you make. It's not about how many times you succeed. It's just about living your own truth and being true to yourself. Because if you're living your own truth, if you're living your own life that makes you happy, if you're living your own life that doing the things that makes you become successful, if you're surrounding yourself with the right people that truly love you and be with the right type of relationships into your life, then one thing I realized for life, everything else will fall into place. Life will figure itself out when you're true to yourself. But when you're not true to yourself, when you're not living the life that makes you happy and you're miserable, when you're in the wrong type of relationships, and you're with people that don't really see your worth and value, if you're in the right type of opportunity that doesn't inspire you to be passionate, to put in your best effort, to put in your best work, then that's where all the struggles and insecurities and fears and doubts come in, because you're not being true to yourself. The only way for you to be happy, the only way for you to attract the right type of love, the only way for you to be successful is you have to be true to yourself, and you have to stop worrying about what people think about you. And that's one of the hardest things to do. But once you realize the concept, the idea that a lot of people out there in this world don't have the same interests as you. A lot of people out there in this world don't care about you. A lot of people out there in this world are not happy with their own life. They don't want to see you happy. A lot of people in this world that want to see you lose. A lot of people out there in this world just don't like you and they hate you. And then once you understand that concept, then you have to realize that your life is not meant to be like everyone else. Because everybody else is going through their own struggles, their own issues, and their own pain. Then you have to focus on your own life. And your life that you want for yourself, the happiness you want, it's not meant to be like everybody else. The love that you want for your life, that you deserve, is not meant to be like everybody else's love. The success that you want for your life is not meant to be everyone else's success. Your life was created specifically and for you. And it's up to you to have the courage and actually live your own life and decide that I'm not going to follow the crowd. I'm not going to be fit in the same box like everybody else, that I'm going to be different. I'm going to be unique. And but most importantly, I'm going to be true to myself. That I'm going to do the things that make me happy. And regardless if I fail, regardless if I'm making mistakes, regardless of the things that the challenges and the pain that's going to come, because life is struggle, struggle is inevitable. It's part of life. It's part of our growth. That's how we learn to develop the strength to become stronger people in our life. But understand that even all those struggles, all the things I'm going through, but at least I'm going to live, at least it's going to be I'm doing the things that make me happy. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, for you guys listening out there, to understand that just do what's best for you. Stop worrying about what people thought about you, what people think about you, because most people are not happy with their own life. Most people are miserable. Most people have given up on their own dreams. Most people don't want to see you win. Most people don't want to see you wants to see you fail. Most people want to see you lose. And most people are just hoping that you don't make it. And also a lot of people are just with you right now in case you do make it, so they can be part of that train and don't really have the best intentions for you. So understand that in life, that's life itself, but your life will not change. Your life will not transform. Your life will not evolve to become better, so that way you can become the best version of yourself, unless you stop worrying about what people think about you. Because most people in this world are not going to support you. Most people in this world don't want to see you happy. Most people in this world don't understand your own vision of the life that you want to live for yourself. Most people in this world are suffering in their own life. Most people in this world are miserable. Most people in this world are unhappy. Most people are living the life of somebody else's life. A lot of people are not living their own life. A lot of people are not happy doing the things that truly make them happy. When it comes to love, when it comes to relationships, and when it comes to their own personal happiness and personal growth. That's why there's a lot of haters. That's why a lot of doubters. That's why a lot of people are always toxic and always self-critical when anybody does something different, when everybody has new ideas, new goals, and when anybody in the family tries to go a different route and be unique and be different. That's why change is not embraced. That's why individualism and being unique and being different is not embraced with most society, because most people are not happy. Because if people were really happy with their own life, if people were really happy with their own relationships, if people were really happy with their own success, they wouldn't have time to talk about other people, because they're happy. But the only time people talk about other people is when you're broken and you project their own fears and insecurities, their own doubts into other people. So that's what I wanted to share today. Share my love with all you guys. I know it's a long video, 30 minutes, but something I really wanted to share and get off my chest, because I just want everybody to be happy, and I just want you guys to stop caring what people think about you. So yeah, I hope you guys will love this video. Drop us some comments. Please like, subscribe. If you have any comment, what something you want me to share, talk about my next vlog, share on the bottom of the comments and let me know. But like I say in every video, let's walk by faith and not by sight. Spread the love and positivity. Say bless all. Peace.